Hi everyone, this is Adam from Figma, and today I'm going to be showing you how to export animated banners from Figma to HTML for the Sizmek ad platform. So to do this, we need to install a plugin called Bannerify, and if you haven't done that already, you can go to the top toolbar and click on the Figma icon. And then you want to go to Community, and in the search box, type in the word Bannerify, so that's Bannerify, and then click on the Plugins tab, and you'll see a result that says Bannerify HTML Exporter. So I've already got this installed, but if you don't, you'll see a button on the right-hand side that says Install, and if you click on that, yours will change to look like mine does with this little check mark on it. And the next thing we're going to do, just so you can follow along with the tutorial, is click on the plugin description by clicking on the plugin. And once that loads, you'll see in the second section under additional notes, so that's just if you scroll down and go to the additional notes section, the first bullet point has a URL in it. So this URL here on the second line, if you copy and paste that into your web browser, that will load up a copy of the banners, pre-designed banners that we're going to be using in this tutorial. So that's just going to be a much easier way for you to follow along. Otherwise, you can use your own banners as well. Okay, so let's jump back into our project. And you can see we've got these banners designed already. So I'm just going to right click, go down to Plugins, and then go to Bannerify HTML Exporter and click on that. And this is just going to start up the plugin that we just installed. And once that loads, you'll see that we've got all of our banners loaded in from the designs, and you'll notice that they've already got some animations on them. So we can click on the little play button to preview them. So this tutorial won't be covering how to add animations or how to configure your timeline. If you do want to get a sense of how to do that, we have another tutorial on our YouTube channel which goes into depth on all of those things regarding animations, selections, and timelines. That tutorial goes for about 40 minutes, and it's very comprehensive. So I'd recommend checking that one out if you do need a bit of background on how to set up the animations. But in this case, we're just going to export the current animations and designs that have been set up to the Sizmek platform. So we're going to export from Figma to HTML specifically for Sizmek. And to do that, we just have to click on the top right button in the plugin, which is Export Banners to HTML. So I'll click on that, and there's a number of options here, but the one that we're focused on today is under the code output settings area in this bottom right corner. And underneath the export format, we just want to click on that drop down, and underneath the advertising platforms group, you'll see about fifth down, we've got the Sizmek platform. So there's a number of them, but in this case, we just want to target Sizmek. So I'm going to click on that. And now it's indicating that Sizmek's been selected. All we need to do now to export this to HTML is to click on the Export Banners button in the bottom right. So I'm just going to click on that now. And this is going to generate all of the code and all of the image files that we need for our banners. So it's going to pop up the save dialog. I'm just going to keep the default file name and click on save. Then I'm going to go to my desktop and double click on that zip file that it's just created. Once that's unzipped, you can go into the folder and you'll see that it's exported all of the frames from our Figma file to HTML. And the easiest way to get a look at what's been exported is just to double click on the index.html file that comes in the root of the folder. So I'm just going to click on that now. Okay, so that's loaded up our banners now, and we can see that all of the banners that we exported are available, and we can click on this little play icon to repeat the animations if we want to. There's some more down here as well. So all of them have been exported as we expected. And to get a sense of what has been exported, I'm just going to open up my code editor and show you what's inside one of these folders. So if I open up Visual Studio Code and drag in this folder, just a medium rectangle, and then I'll open up that that file as well in my browser. And inside of Visual Studio, we can see that we've got an HTML file, and all of the images that we need have been included automatically. We've got our JavaScript, we've got our CSS, and you'll also notice we've got an extra script tag, which is pointing to this file called ebloader.js, and it's getting served from a content delivery network URL. And this is the file that's required to use the Sizmek ad platform. So that gets included automatically. And inside of the JavaScript file that gets included, we've also got these little functions down here, which is init eb and eb.clickthrough. So this is getting called on the click handler for the banner. So whenever you click on this banner, you'll be able to fire off that call, and that's going to trigger the URL to open in Sizmek once it gets loaded in. So that's all good. We don't need to do any extra work to make that work. It's just going to get triggered whenever these banners get uploaded into Sizmek, and you'll be able to add the URL once you're in the Sizmek UI in the browser. So we don't need to do any extra work there. And we also have our images folder. So this is just where all of the images are stored, all the SVGs, all of the PNGs and JPEGs. The PNGs and JPEGs are for the images, and then we've got SVGs that are being rendered out for the text to keep them nice and smooth and crisp. So that's essentially all of the files that we have. If we jump back into Figma, we can pretty much just close this off now. So if we just click on the X, that's actually all you need to do to get these banners out of Figma for Sizmek. So I hope if you've been searching for a solution to this, then this tutorial has been helpful for you. If you and your team are using Sizmek and also using Figma and just want a really easy way to get your designs out of Figma into HTML for Sizmek, then yeah, this is definitely the easiest way to go using the Bannerify plugin. So thank you as always for watching, and we'll be back soon with more tutorials just like this one regarding Bannerify and some of the other Figmatic plugins as well.